What's going on, everybody? It's your boys from the Locker Room Rant, the greatest show on YouTube. Hit subscribe, hit like down below, leave us a comment. What's going on, fellas? We had the Oscars on Sunday, and shit got real.
Yep.
Got real at the Oscars. First of all,
Slapper around the world.
I'm Tony. I'm with my boy Nico down below. John to my side. Say hello, fellas.
What's going on?
What's up, fam?
How's it going? Customary squirt.
Customary squirt. I'm going with the old water tonight.
Not me, family. I'm doing whiskey as usual. Bourbon, right here.
What do you got? Angel's Envy?
Still polishing that bottle off.
Second bottle off.
So, without further ado,
What did the five fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
Will Smith at the Oscars slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. I don't even know. I don't know where to start, but
I'm going to, okay?
I'll tell you what. Growing up, I absolutely love Chris Rock. I loved him. He's my favorite. He's my favorite stand-up comedian of all time. He got me into stand-up comedy. In my eyes, he's the greatest of all time. Will Smith, don't get me wrong, I liked Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but I am 1,000% on Team Rock when it comes to this incident. I don't even know if we have to discuss what happened. Briefly, Chris Rock came out to present an award. He started poking fun at people, telling a few jokes. One of the jokes was aimed towards Will Smith's wife. It was a G.I. Jane joke, referring to her hair that was shaved because of a disease that she has. And Will Smith walked on stage, walked up to Chris Rock. I think at this point everyone thought it was a part of the gig. Slaps the shit out of Chris Rock, and I still think everyone thought it was part of the show. Goes back to his seat, and like I played before, started to scream out.
I'm going to, okay?
Until you hear that, you kind of thought it was set up.
Yeah, and then that was like, he really just walked on stage and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock.
Like a lot of people.
Go ahead.
A lot of people were like, he was laughing before. That wasn't a laugh like ha ha ha. I thought that was funny. That was a laugh of I'm trying to buy time because I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm gonna go up and slap the shit out of you.
I didn't see it that way. I saw him laughing because he kind of thought it was funny, and then he looked over at his wife.
I've had that same laugh before, Tony. Usually that laugh buys me enough time to second guess and say, all right, cool down.
I think it was fixed. I think the whole thing was. I think it was staged. I think it was staged from the start.
I don't.
At first, I thought, no, man, it's not. But you know what? The Oscars were hurting. The viewers were. Dude, do you know that it like literally, it was shared and retweeted and shared around the world in like 15, 20 minutes. Like it was gigantic.
Yeah, that's gonna go around the world. And it's gonna go.
I'm not saying like it was part of the Oscars, but I'm thinking that it was like he's not pressing charges. He doesn't really care too much. Just wants to
press charges over a slap.
Chris Rock made his apology. You know what I mean? He said what he had to say. But undercover, bro, like that was like it was awesome. So if it was staged, great. If it wasn't part of the show, great. It still helped everyone. So
Denise, Chanel, Izzy,
guys.
what is going on? It is ladies' night here at the Locker Room Rant.
Yes, it's ladies' night.
what's up, fam?
But yeah, no,
Uh,
like I'll say a couple things about it. It was kind of a bitch move on Will Smith's part because listen, Chris Rock can't defend himself at that point in time. Like, if he goes and tackles Will Smith, like the whole Oscars is in an uproar. Like he has to kind of compose himself.
Could have. He still could have. He could have slapped him back.
If you're gonna slap him, wait till the Oscars are over and then slap the shit out of him. I don't even have a problem with that. I think that far too many people don't get slapped that should. That being said, Chris Rock's also a comedian, and his job is to make fun of people. That's what his job is to do.
Exactly.
And his joke wasn't even really that bad. And I don't even really care about her having alopecia because the joke wasn't even that bad. It wasn't really like a huge like come down on somebody that has that disease.
You know, this goes back. This goes back to a few Oscars ago. Chris Rock was making fun of them for not even being invited to the Oscars. Will Smith has a book out, and he talks in his book. It's like the very first chapter. Talks in his book about his mom when he was like 9 years old. His dad like slapped his mom, and since he's been 9 years old, it's been eating at him that he never stuck up for his mom when his dad slapped his mom when he was 9 years old. So there's a lot of stuff that character he just played with that King Richard, Venus and Serena's dad. These goofy actors get into character beyond belief, especially. I mean, to win an Oscar, yes, you have to be in character.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen the movie, so I haven't seen the movie or whatever it was, so I couldn't tell you.
What I think is bullshit is they still fucking allowed him to accept his award.
Yeah, he should have been taken out.
He should have been kicked out of that fucking place.
Yeah.
Whether Chris Rock wants to,
it's a little suspect.
I think they just didn't know what to fucking do. I think they just
do. I think they're like he's gonna win an Oscar. He's gonna win probably the biggest award the Oscar has to go to, other than like Best Motion Picture. Like it's usually like Best Actress, Best Actor, Motion Picture. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't understand the Allison. What's that mean? Good thing it's March.
I have no idea.
Allison, explain yourself.
I got no idea.
Chris was like, I don't know.
My thing is, are you going to run up there and smack The Rock in the face for making a joke about your wife's bald head? No.
I don't know. I don't know if he would or not. Like, because The Rock would be in the same predicament as Will Smith. You just might be scared afterwards. But The Rock's not gonna attack you either. You're gonna know.
I think that
you do that. The only
I think it's clear.
Take it.
I think it's clear that Will is dealing with some shit because that dude.
Will Smith is a weird fucking guy, and his family's
literally
weird.
His whole life is weird.
No, but his life from where it began and to where it is something that you would not have ever expected. Sure, could somebody get famous? Yeah, they could get famous. And could somebody get a lot of money? Sure, they can get a lot of money. Okay. That was a little deep, Allison, but I kind of get it. August is the name of the guy who she cheated with. And
yes, Nick, we can all read. Thank you. Appreciate that. Those of us with the inability to read, Nick has your back. Thank you. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah,
you know what's funny is
can't read out there, John. Quit being insensitive.
Chris Rock would have been better off. Chris Rock would have been better off banging his wife than making fun of her.
Yep.
Oh my
yeah,
god,
that's weird. Have you ever seen interviews of his kids when they were 12? How do you let your kids get like that?
Anyway, moving forward, let's see what's next on the docket.
Man, we're done with Will Smith already?
Unless you have something else to say.
Yeah, if you want.
It was so weird. Chris Rock looked like such a bitch.
Yeah, You know what I'll say?
I think he handled it. I think he handled it like a champ.
You know what I'll say about this? The one thing that I hate out of all of this is the phoniness. Like Will Smith's like it came out in like a public apology to Chris Rock, and Chris Rock came out in a public apology to the Smith family. Like, no, you meant to tell that joke because you thought it was funny, so just stand by it. And Will Smith, you meant to go up and slap the shit out of Chris Rock because you don't like him. Period.
No, they both did the right thing.
I hate phoniness in this country.
They both did the right thing, Nick.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
Yeah, yes. Chris Rock apologized. Chris Rock apologized for offending the family, and Will Smith apologized for acting out.
No, want to know why? Because occasionally
apologies are okay in America, Nick. Apologies are okay.
Because occasionally I'll say something that people aren't going to like, and tough shit. If you feel bad about what I say, I never say anything with the intention of making somebody to feel bad. But I'm never sorry for what I say. I may be sorry that you feel bad. That's your problem.
That's a clown. That's a clown comment.
Do whatever you want in this country. And if other people don't want to come back, that's on that.
We couldn't turn that up. Too bad we couldn't turn it up so loud that it totally like masks everything he says.
He's immune.
He is immune to it.
It's nothing works anymore on him. Man, this is ladies' night.
I agree. It seems like he seems like he's dealing with something. And you know what? Rightfully so, because I mean, his family is a little bit different. They deal with things different. They live a little different than you and I. The end of the day, it looks like everybody's dealing with it fine except Will. Will is the only one who doesn't seem like he's dealing with it okay because it's eating him alive.
It's easy to be a bunch of weirdos when you have millions of dollars backing you up. When you don't have millions of dollars backing you up and you're weirdos, people are just going to look at you as that weird fucking family.
I think people are looking at you pretty weird right now, and you should probably shut up.
You're a weird dude. You do have nice lights.
Fucking weird dude.
You do have nice lights behind you now, though.
Everyone notice that? Got a little addition. Some complimentary lighting. Lighting up those banners a little bit now.
Oh, those subscribers are going to be rolling in now, baby.
You're laying up banners of teams that suck.
$24 at Lowe's.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? Every Tuesday, rain, sleet, or shine, snow, however that saying goes. Every Tuesday, 9:00. Is that our new?
Every Tuesday, 9:00. No matter what happens.
Yes. Look at Nick right now nodding. He's going, "Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yep, yeah." And then next week when he gets his schedule, hey guys, we're not going to be able to do the Tuesday.
We might not be able to make it.
Doesn't matter.
You never know. John might have pot roast night again. And just shit hits the fan.
Yeah, I might just open on Tuesdays and just shit the fan. That's what I'm going to do.
Pot roast night. You never know what happens to Brickfield Diner.
Anyway, just so that you know this, Nick, if you try to weasel out of this, we are going to replace you.
No, you. If you can't make it, you can't make it that day. Then we got to go on with whoever we got.
He said replace. He said replace you.
Goodbye.
I'm irreplaceable.
Apparently, he needs speakers.
You
can try, but you'll never do it.
Have a good time.
You'll never do it. I'm irreplaceable.
Hey, Izzy wants to know what your beverage of the evening is tonight.
My beverage, I already said, squirt.
Lame water.
There it is. There's the can of shit. Shit water.
I'm not drinking during Lent, which I got about another month of. Gave up meat and alcohol.
How much do you give up meat and alcohol? I'm damn.
The whole 40, yo.
I feel like alcohol.
That's like me giving up my sanity. Not giving up my sanity.
I don't drink a lot of alcohol to begin with, so alcohol would be totally easy for me to do.
I love giving up stuff that doesn't really matter. Like I gave up jogging.
Gave up plaid shirts.
plaid shirts. What was it?
Open
Evident-
toe shoes.
Evidently gaining YouTube subscribers. I must have gave. I think all three of us gave that up over fucking line.
Yeah, I agree. Nick, you're very pleasant on the Bush apple. I would agree. I think you should drink more of that.
I like Bush apple. I felt like squirt today.
Oh man, as Izzy was hoping for a squirt-free show tonight.
Yeah. No chance. We're gonna get a sour puss Nick every chance we get.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite delightful.
Let's talk about NFL free agency. Let's get rid of this.
Yes, let's do it.
What is the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
We're putting that to bed. NFL free agency. As of right now, what the hell is this? Remind me tomorrow. Who would you guys say is, as of today, winning free agency?
Vegas.
I feel my team is winning free agency.
Oh fuck.
There's a possibility we can get Jadeveon Clowney and Jarvis Landry back. If we do that,
That's not winning free agency.
we also got one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
Okay. That didn't put you over the hill. I mean,
And
he still has
Amari
legal
Cooper.
trouble. He still has legal trouble. I guess Amari Cooper is like your only prized possession right now.
No,
Your
the
quarterback is
not
not-
top 5 quarterback.
Your quarterback is under public scrutiny and legal troubles.
Okay.
And claiming Clowney and Jarvis Landry back, you think they would want to come back if they had Baker Mayfield at the helm? Now they're
like-
just crawling back because you got a top 5 quarterback.
Guys,
That's what happened.
Cinnamon Kisses in the house. It is
Sin,
truly
what's up, Sin?
What's up, Sam?
ladies' night here on the Locker Room Rant.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, brother? Good to see you, family. Thanks for stopping by.
I don't care why they come. I care that they do come.
We got to get TL on the show, fam. This dude, we need to get him on the show. He's the gentleman that lives in Vegas that invited us out for the
We know
draft.
who Taryn is. We know who Taryn is.
We don't need him to come on our show. We need to go to his house and do a live show at the Locker Room Rant in Vegas for the draft. Man, we played our cards right. Man. We should be there, man.
There's some time.
There is still time.
Yeah, but no, I feel the Browns are doing very well in free agency. There's a couple like low
Really
key
not.
signings. There's a couple
I'm not
low-key
impressed.
signings that we got. Jakeem Grant is something we really, really needed as a kick returner and a secondary receiver. One of the better ones in the league, and we got him for relatively cheap. We got Jacoby Brissett, backup quarterback. I'm comfortable with that. Even if Deshaun Watson does miss time, I'm comfortable with Jacoby under center. I think you can win with Jacoby under center. The team, biases aside, the team that I really like in free agency is the Miami Dolphins. They've done a ton.
They're doing well. Then you can say the same about the Jets. The Jets are trying to beef it up. They're beefing up the O-line.
What the Dolphins have done is they've totally reshaped their team last year was a team that was like, okay, it was good. It was probably good enough to make a playoffs. They just kind of hit a bumpy road at the start, but they finished very strong. But their team their team that they got in their free agency, Tyreek Hill, Emmanuel Ogbah, a couple good running backs, Chase Edmonds. Who else did they get as a running back? All right, you're getting them crickets. What do you want to talk about that? You asked me.
I didn't. If there's crickets, they must be in your living room, brother. I have no idea.
Maybe they came with those new lights attracted the crickets. The only thing that bothers me about the Dolphins moves, when a team does all this shit, all the smoke and mirrors around the whole team, and they still have the biggest question mark at quarterback, I can't say they're winning. Izzy said the Denver Broncos.
They might not be done.
My God. Who? Miami?
Miami.
Are they going to address the quarterback situation? Because until then,
they may.
What are they going to do? Who are they going to go get? Baker?
There's actually talks. There's talks. I'm not sure how strong they are, but I've heard rumblings that they might keep Tom Brady.
No, they were that's a bunch of bullshit.
It might
I don't
be a
see
bunch
that
of
happening.
bullshit. It might be talk, but there's
Shut up, Nimsy.
talks they might go after Tom Brady. There's talks that Tom Brady might have wanted to go there and just keep Tua and have him learn under Brady for a year.
I just don't think that Tua's the guy. I think I think that, you know, maybe with a few more weapons that he has, you know, that they've added to the team, maybe that will help. But for now, I think the only crazy thing I heard about Tom Brady was that the Miami Dolphins were actually offering him stake in the team to join the team.
Yeah, they were. That's also what I heard.
But I would agree with TL. I think the best team in football right now is Buffalo, without a doubt.
Yeah, but they've done not much in free agency.
They don't have to do much. They were on the cusp of the AFC Championship game.
The question was not who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl. The question is who do you think has bettered their team the most in free agency?
Yeah, teams that suck better their team, or teams that were on the cusp of moving on to the playoffs better their team.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills were just a possession short, which if you noticed today on ESPN and the NFL Network, they are changing the postseason rule. Both teams will now get a possession, fair possession. So I don't think the Buffalo Bills need to do anything. And as a matter of fact, wait, what? Tony, did you guys make any moves?
Von Miller's
Oh, yeah. What am I talking about? $121 million contract to Von Miller. That's right. That's huge, dude. That's the only move that they needed to make.
Yeah, but I would maybe argue that's not that great of a move.
Of course you wouldn't, because you're going to be weird and you're going to say dumb things.
I
know that adding Von Miller.
Okay, go ahead.
This is your show, Nick. Just speak on. You know, Tony, let's just take ourselves out. Fuck it. Let Nick go on.
We played a little dancer. Say what you want to say. All right, so I would argue that Von Miller wasn't a great pickup. I mean, is he going to improve your team? Probably. Is he going to improve your team? Not necessarily. I would bet that he would. He is a Hall of Fame player. He is a guy who's been in 2 Super Bowls. He knows what he's doing. The only problem is that I think probably a move like a guy like Ogba, who's not going to take as much money as Von Miller, and may give you the same type of production. I would say that's arguably maybe a better move, and that's what the Miami Dolphins did. Yeah, I don't think the Buffalo Bills have done a bunch of crazy stuff to make their team better. The Miami Dolphins have definitely done the most out of any team. I think my Browns have done a shit ton to make their team better, and they're still not done. They're still going to be adding a bunch of players that essentially make their team better. I like the way my Browns are going. San Francisco 49ers have done absolutely nothing. John's going to talk about Charvarius Ward as acting like he's one of the best players in one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, which he's not. He's if you listen to any knowledgeable person that's been talking about Charvarius Ward, they've been talking about Charvarius Ward like he's a second cornerback, which that's what he is. And you'll hear John talk about it like he's a Hall of Famer.
Charvarius Ward.
Oh, you're back. All of a sudden, tough guy's back.
Carry on.
All of a sudden, tough guy's back. Waiting on me to carry the show. All of a sudden, tough guy's back.
I mean, my team was ranked 27th in special teams. I think that they're going out and they're bulking up the special teams. Got no complaints. Our big splash was Charvarius Ward. His name is Charvarius Ward.
I don't even know how to say his first name. That'll tell you how great he is.
Char. Who gives a shit? So
hey, it's all good. It's all good, Nick. You want to add players that were a part of your core last season that didn't do a damn thing. So we'll see what your top 5 quarterback does.
First of all, Jadeveon Clowney did damn thing. Jadeveon Clowney did the damn thing.
Then why is he a free agent?
Why is he a free agent? Because the Browns signed him for a year.
Okay. But nobody else wants him. I don't see anybody else scooping him up.
Just because he hasn't been signed doesn't mean anybody
He
else
did the
wants
damn thing. He did the damn thing. He did such a damn thing.
He did that damn thing.
He did that damn thing.
Yeah,
and he's still sitting on his couch.
He had an amazing year last year. That being said, he wants a bigger contract, and people with his injury history, they're not really willing to give him a big contract.
Thank you, Denise.
Thank you very much, Denise.
Can you imagine? Take Tyreek Hill out of the AFC Championship and add on the Chiefs, and then add Von Miller to the Buffalo Bills, and I really think you get a different result. You get a different result.
If you saw what Von Miller did to the pass, if you saw what Von Miller did to the pass rush in LA, you would know that that adding him to the Buffalo Bills is nothing but fucking amazing. And the contract, the way it's structured, the number you step back. You're like, shit, $121 million. That's a ton of money. But the structure is absolutely perfect. It's nothing but a great move for Buffalo. I love it.
Here's my question: who is the great defensive lineman or linebacker, outside linebacker that Von Miller is going to be playing with?
There's no Hall of Fame.
Their draft pick. They drafted what's his name last year?
Russo.
Russo, it was his first year. Let him settle in, you son of a bitch.
Okay, he was playing with Aaron Donald last year. He wasn't doing that great.
Playing with Aaron Donald was getting doubled the entire time. If you watched any of those games, you would know that. Why? Because he's great. Exactly. What the hell did the Browns do with Myles Garrett?
When you double Aaron Donald, what happened?
Why was Jadeveon Clowney the guy? Dude, take Jadeveon Clowney, put him any other team. He's not doing shit because Myles Garrett's eating up.
Jadeveon Clowney did do shit on other teams. Second of all, one of the major reasons why Jadeveon Clowney did the damn thing
was because Myles Garrett was double teamed.
He was getting double teamed on the Buffalo Bills.
Probably Von Miller.
You know what's beautiful? You know what's so beautiful about your argument is that you stand on your little hill with your fucking Browns flag and you root for this fucking team. Yet guess who? Guess who was not relevant in the playoffs? The Cleveland fucking Browns. Yeah. So don't sit there and fucking tell me your team is fucking extraordinary because you're gonna get fucking the guy. You got a top 5 quarterback who's facing criminal charges and may miss 6 to 8 games this season, and we'll see where the Browns go. For the most part, all we can do is sit here and watch because we're not going to take it for face value coming out of your mouth. We're going to sit here and we're going to watch. We're going to watch the shit show unravel.
We will watch.
Moving right along to Jimmy G.
Jimmy, that's the voice I hear inside. Hear the violence bound, straight up to my life for the ride. Go Jimmy, to the rescue, to the big blue sky. Being right there for I lean. It's Jimmy Neutron time.
Can't wait to play that song when he's like winning with the Miami Dolphins, the Super Bowl.
You know what the crazy thing is? Like, if you would have told me that this scenario was going to go on, I would have said, no way. 100% no way. There's a chance Jimmy G's the quarterback on the San Francisco 49ers next year.
In my mind.
I don't think it's a problem.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. But I think there's a chance. A legitimate one.
I don't think so.
Week. We'll say right after NFC Championship, NFC Championship game. In my mind, there was a 0% chance of him returning to the San Francisco 49ers. Now it's like 80%.
No, well,
they can't dump him now.
50%. I think it's 50%, and I think there's a 30% chance he starts. Because if he's on the team, that chance of him starting dramatically increases.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think that's good, and I don't want it to happen.
John, what do you think, buddy?
I think that Shanahan addressed it today in an interview at the coaches gathering, wherever the hell they were at. He just said, like, look, like, you know, he's here. Basically, he's here. And I don't think that he'll be here week 1. I think we'll move him. I think he just has to heal and pass the physical, you know. We hope that teams would take in good faith Jimmy's winning record, so to speak, but it wasn't enough to convince anyone to take him. Nobody wanted to take him. They didn't want to risk him. The shoulder surgery fucked everything up. It not only did it fuck everything up for us, but it fucked over him too. So the narrative that Jimmy surprised the franchise, and I've said this in spaces and everywhere else, and I'm going to say it here on my show. Jimmy's surprising the trying to sabotage the franchise makes absolutely no fucking sense.
No.
And I can't get behind that, and I won't get behind it because it makes no sense. He is an asset of the San Francisco 49ers. He is an employee. We have a team of doctors who told Jimmy, you're going to need shoulder surgery. I believe that either Jimmy didn't like that information, Don Yee, the agent, didn't like that information, so they went out and got a second opinion, and the surgeon that they visited said, you need surgery, you know? So I don't believe that it was a surprise to the organization because in my mind, the doctors were probably contacted by a third party. They wanted records on Jimmy G's treatment. They wanted to know what imaging has been done. They probably wanted to know what have the Niners done to address the surgery or the shoulder. And at this point, I believe that if you have $25 million rolled up in one guy and you're approaching free agency, if you're Kyle Shanahan or John Lynch, you are contacting your medical team and you are finding out, like, what do you have on Jimmy? And they're like, look, we haven't heard back from Jimmy. We haven't heard back from Jimmy's the doctor that's going to do the surgery. In my mind, look, you knew. I mean, how many teams have had this specific situation at hand? I mean, technically, the 49ers have 3 quarterbacks. All right. They have Trey Lance, whom I believe that they know that they're going to start. Believe that. I believe that because you invested so much. So Jimmy G could be a very high paid backup at this point. You don't want to put that kind of money on a backup, but you know what? It looks like Baker Mayfield may be a very high paid backup as well. That motherfucker might be sitting behind Watson. And you know what? Is it so bad that the Browns have a Baker Mayfield to fall back on if Watson goes to the commissioner's exempt list for six games? I don't think it's going to be a bad situation for Cleveland, but I don't see Jimmy G beating out Trey. Trey's going to be working in OTAs and camp. Jimmy's not going to be able to do shit. You're going to tell me that you're going to let Trey work his fucking ass off all off season. Right now, he is with who the fuck is he with? Anyway, he's somewhere right now training with Ayuk and a quarterback's coach somewhere outside of San Francisco doing his thing. You know what Jimmy's doing? Icing that fucking shoulder. So you know what? It will be fucking hell or high water if Jimmy fucking is non-existent in OTAs or camp and somehow starts over Trey, who is going to be working his fucking ass off for the week 1 start. If they start Jimmy, I will be fucking furious and I will fucking come on the show and I will express my fucking anger and it won't be fucking cute. In my point, right now, I believe, yeah, fuck you is right. I believe that Trey Lance is going to be the week 1 starter, and I don't care what the fuck how the media spins it. Jimmy already said goodbye to the franchise. He had his farewell speech at the end of the season. Now, I believe that the 49ers, and you're going to see a lot of fans believe that they overvalued the product that they had. I believe the 49ers overvalued Jimmy. They thought that a team would take Jimmy on good faith. And sadly, teams are like, look, this guy has had a shoulder surgery. He's not going to be able to throw a ball till the end of July, early August. Fuck it. You know, that's why Marcus Mariota went. That's why all the chips fell, man. The only team that could possibly take Jimmy right now is Carolina. Go ahead, Tom.
Here's where I see the problem. When you draft a quarterback, your window is wide open. You have that beautiful, beautiful rookie quarterback contract that you could have all this extra money to flirt with free agency. So you have the window. Year one came, and they had Jimmy G paying him a shitload of money, so the window closed a little bit. This year rolls around. If he's still on that fucking team, it's going to close even more. Now you have that Jimmy G contract instead of having this extra flexible money that you could bring others in to play, to surround Trey, who's ultimately your fucking Jimmy G. Even if he's healthy, he's not starting for the San Francisco 49ers this year. He will be waiting around for when Tua or Trubisky, Justin Fields, when one of those dudes gets injured, they're going to call the 49ers and they're going to be like, hey, what do you want for Jimmy? That's what's going to happen. He probably
and we're going to get something. We're going to get something overvalued. I believe that.
I mean, at that point, the ball's back in their court. Right now, they don't have the ball. Everyone else does. No one's calling, but people will start calling them. And when people start calling them, it's when the ball will be back in your court. And that day will come. It's Trey time. Just like Denise said in our chat, it's Trey time. That's his team. The ball is given to Trey. Jimmy G will not play quarterback probably one more down in a real game for the San Francisco 49ers. However, it sucks that they don't have that money right now. It sucks that they don't have the money right now, and they're going to have to wait till the season, probably OTAs at least, probably preseason when someone gets banged up. It just sucks that they have to wait and miss out on these names that they could be going after.
But here's the thing. Apparently they can cut him in June or July. And
they take a massive hit though.
I don't think they take that.
You take a $7.5 million hit.
Okay, you take a $7.5 million hit, but you're saving $18 million. So here's the thing.
Let me share this with you. Let me share this with you real quick. Hold on a minute. Let me share this. Let me see if I know how to do this. Did I do anything?
You're about to play. I mean, I can hear it. You're about to play exactly what I'm going to say.
Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Nonetheless,
it was working.
They're interviewing Shanahan.
Anyways,
was it working?
What Shanahan said there was exactly what I was going to say. Shanahan said we're not cutting him.
First year, we only went through a few backs. Every other year, I think we've been through at least 4 with injuries. So we haven't always had the best luck there. But we've had a number of guys step up, so it's been all right.
What are the Broncos getting in K1 and DJ Jones?
They're getting 2 really good football players, 2 really good guys, 2 guys I hate to lose, but very happy for them.
A progression for him to be a starter? Is that something that he's going to have to prove this offseason?
Well, I mean, that's why we looked into trading Jimmy. I mean, because we obviously believe that Trey can be a starter, and we're ready to do that. But if we can't upgrade our team in another way, we're not just going to get rid of a good quarterback because we have other quarterbacks on the roster. Quarterbacks are really hard to come by. Some teams don't have any at all. And the fact that we have 3 that we're happy with, that is a good thing. You always want to upgrade your team, and usually only one guy can play. And we know we have all guys that are capable of starting, which Jimmy's done a great job for us. We brought Trey here to be that eventually. I think that'll be sooner than later, but when Jimmy gets his surgery and we can't upgrade our team by getting some good picks until surgery, until people feel good about that, I'm all right with that. We're not just getting rid of him to get rid of him. Jimmy's a good player that we all really like as a person and as a teammate. And we're going to wait to see whatever helps the Niners the most.
So if Jimmy is on the roster when you get to camp, how do you envision that playing out? Would it be a competition, or have you got that far?
definitely haven't got that far. But yeah, figure that out would be something. I mean, he'd be on our team, so you'd have to. I mean, Jimmy's a good quarterback, so he's not easy for anyone to beat out, and that was tough. Trey wasn't ready to beat him out last year. It'd be definitely closer to that this year if it happens, but that's something that we wouldn't have to worry about to training camp. And usually, when you have a situation like that, it makes everyone better, anyways.
How do you suppose Trey Lance's improvement over his first year?
I mean, that your first year, it's you don't just gradually get better. You go up and down. You hit some walls in the air. You learn how to fight through them. And I thought Trey, just going through his first NFL season.
All right. So that's a little bit of an understanding of where we stand.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So here's the thing. They said they're not cutting him. So he's going to be on the team. If nobody trades for him, nobody gives. See, here's what was the original thing. The 49ers wanted compensation for Jimmy Garoppolo. They had that compensation gauge at a second round pick. There's no way you can convince me otherwise. They said we're going to at least get a second rounder for Jimmy. I thought you're never going to get a second rounder for Jimmy because nobody's going to.
How do you know that? I don't even know that we even thought we could. We don't even know that. We don't even really know if the Washington Commanders really offered us a 2. And at the time, Jimmy had the right to waive the trade.
Kyle Shanahan even said they did. Kyle Shanahan said that was never a thing. They never offered 2 second rounders for Jimmy.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's my point. Like, who are you putting this value? Who are you assuming put this value?
John Lynch came out today and said they had no offers.
Yeah.
They had
Tony.
So who leaks the 2 second rounders? Who leaks?
That's probably Jimmy's camp trying to get some form of controversy out there, some kind of motivation.
That is the 49ers trying to build up.
That's all right.
49ers then that's fine. You're supposed to do that. But that means that they had a second round grade on Jimmy, and they thought that they can get that for him. They were wrong, and I said, you're never going to get that for him. The most you're ever going to get is 4th rounder, maybe a 3rd rounder, if somebody goes really off the rails. And honestly, that's what Matt Ryan got. So what you had this year with the quarterback.
Whoa. Matt Ryan was also at the highest pinnacle of his contract. He was going to take like a $60-some million cap hit. Okay. So don't get it twisted. Matt Ryan is a far better quarterback than Jimmy G. And I'll be honest with you, Matt Ryan going to Indianapolis was probably the best thing that could happen to them. Because I believe that they're a playoff contender. They're going to make a push. So that's a good fucking team.
They made a push last year, and they were in the year before.
Yeah, but they had a fucking weird quarterback named fucking Wentz. He's weird.
They had
a fucking weird guy.
They had old man Rivers the year before, and they almost made it to the Super Bowl.
They love going after old dudes that can't play anymore, and young dudes that can't play anymore.
Those guys can play, but they're not at the pinnacles of their career. They're not what they once used to be.
Look, before we move on from this, let me just finish this up, Nick. I think San Francisco overvalued Jimmy with the surgery, right? But I believe that it would be foolish of them to think if they should have a plan C in place. If Jimmy gets a surgery, and I know a lot of people in the Niners fan base are like, yo, they sabotaged the team. They fucked them over. Like, that makes no sense. Like, stop it, bro. Like, that to me, that's nonsense. Look, if it hurts the team, it hurts Jimmy. So what? So we cut Jimmy and he's got no team? He's not. So hold on, Nick. So I just believe that they thought that they could get a team. They had New Orleans looking for a quarterback. They have the Panthers looking for a quarterback. They had Indianapolis looking for a quarterback. And you know, the thing about it is, honestly, I just think that Jimmy didn't put enough on tape to convince the team otherwise. They're looking at Kyle Shanahan had to do this and that and A, B, and C, and D. Shanahan had to do all of this shit to mask Jimmy's deficiencies. What fucking team wants the headache, bro? What team is going to be like, look, you know what? I don't got time for that shit. I don't got time for that.
I think you're completely wrong. I think there are teams that I think the Saints think he's better than Jameis Winston. I think the Washington the Commanders think that they're better, that he's better than Wentz. I think that the Colts think he's just as good as Matt Ryan at this stage in their careers. I think the Miami Dolphins think he's probably better than Tua at this stage in their career, but they're probably ready to roll with Tua because if those were moves that didn't cost them anything. Those were cheap moves, and they're comfortable with them. But I think if you would have told any of those teams that, hey, you can have Jimmy Garoppolo and you can just trade us a 4th round pick and we'll take it, I think any of those teams would have lined up to get it, even some other teams. But now they're at the point where they're in so much, where the pressure's on them so much that no team is going to do it. And that's the same thing with Baker Mayfield too. Baker Mayfield, if this shit would have happened at the start of free agency, Baker Mayfield would be on a team already. But since it happened at the point where it did, no team's going to trade. They may be, if they think that they might get, they think that believe in his talent. But honestly, there's not going to be many teams that trade for him because they.
Izzy, I would answer your question, but this guy fucking rambles on for 2 hours.
They think that there's a chance the Browns cut him.
No way.
And that's the same thing.
They're going to hold on to him. They're going to hold on to Jimmy and Baker because there's a chance that a team is going to need a quarterback moving forward. Quarterbacks get banged up. Sometimes they have season-ending injuries in camp and in OTA. So you know what? Let's just see what happens.
We're in a little better position to do that, though, because we have a lot more cap money.
I agree, Denise. I think that Baker becomes a Seahawk, too. He's young. He was a first-round talent. He's a first-round pick, and a young talent. I have absolutely no doubt. Baker will go before Jimmy, even in the offseason, if there's a banged-up quarterback somewhere along the way. Baker's going to go because Jimmy will not be able to do a fucking thing with a football till after July. It's just it's irrelevant.
Another thing you said about Jimmy. Here's the kicker. Jimmy doesn't need OTAs. Jimmy's been a quarterback for a long time. Jimmy doesn't need OTAs. He can.
Yeah, you know what? I think the 49ers overvalued that.
And not miss a beat.
Yeah. You know what? I think that they thought that would get them. I think that they thought somebody would take them. I'm sorry. I believe that the 49ers thought just like you. You know what? Jimmy doesn't need OTAs. And Jimmy doesn't need camp. And Jimmy was the Super Bowl quarterback. And Jimmy went to the NFC Championship last year. And Jimmy.
But he doesn't need
you know what?
OTAs.
Nobody fucking cares. They don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter. Let's move on.
He doesn't need OTAs on the Niners. And if Trey has a bad camp and they don't think he's ready, Jimmy would be your quarterback.
Trey had a great camp last season. So it's only going up for Trey. You can make faces all you want. You can do all the fucking goofy fucking things you want to do over there. But at the end of the day, Trey's trending up. He's going to be great. Let's move on.
Panama Queen, welcome to the Locker Room Rant. I don't think I've seen you on here before.
Panama Queen?
Welcome to the madness.
Panama, what's up, family?
What's your team?
She's a 49er fan.
She's a 49er fan? All right. Panama Queen. Panama Queen.
Panama.
All right.
Moving on.
I don't even know what to move on to. Should we talk about the NBA?
Yeah. Why not?
Let's do a little bit NBA talk, shall we? You guys want to start with the Lakers and the dumpster fire that LeBron James created over there at the Lakers? I think they're like a game out of. They're like a game out of not even making the play-in.
Yeah. LeBron's like going to desperately try to come back to Cleveland.
I believe that they're out tonight. I believe that the Mavericks game absolutely boots them out of the play-in. I think they're done. The loss today to the Mavericks is it. Yeah.
That's
no?
Awesome. That's awesome. You know what? They get exactly what the fuck they deserve. He gets exactly.
I could be wrong, but I believe that if they lose to the Mavericks, that's it for them. They're out of the play. They're eliminated from it.
How many times did
playoff opportunities out the window?
How many times did Michael Jordan miss the playoffs?
I don't think he did.
I think from 1990 up, I don't think they ever missed the playoffs with Jordan.
Yeah, I don't recall. Maybe that 88 year, 89 year.
And maybe I don't know if he made the playoffs with the Wizards.
I think even they made the playoffs.
Did they make the playoffs?
Did they?
I mean,
I
it's
think
pretty
one of the
easy to
years. I think he played there. Did he play there 2 years? I think.
I want
John,
to
let's
say only
check
one.
this.
I want to say only one, but I could be wrong about that.
Didn't LeBron? Didn't they miss the playoffs his first year there?
Michael Jordan made the playoffs every single year he played with the Bulls.
Really?
He did not miss the playoffs.
Even his rookie year?
Rookie year?
1984 to 85, 85, 86, 86, 87, 87, 88. You get it, right? All the way to 97, 98. They never missed.
Damn.
I mean that's some shit.
Damn.
It just says
Izzy, my Cavs are banged up a little bit right now, but Dion's Bulls are doing well. They're 5th in the East. We are 7th in the East. I'll tell you what, though. Let me tell you something right now about the Lakers. The Lakers thought that they could load up on old man talent and try to make a run, right? And I don't know how you guys feel about the bubble championship, the quote unquote, that asterisk over that championship. How do you what is your opinion about that? Do you guys value that championship? Like, does it count? I mean, at the end of the day, it's a championship trophy. It's the same as every other championship trophy. I mean,
you know what though?
But
I don't think so. You know what?
You didn't like it?
Traveling on the road in hostile environments. They basically won at the rec center at the Y. They won pickup games at the Y. Is what that was.
Yes, yes, and they knocked out Denise's sons. It honestly, if the Suns' record didn't, if they weren't so bad before the pandemic, before the bubble, they were eliminated with a winning record. If you remember, that was all kinds of fucked up. The Suns could have moved on, could have been a contender for that championship. I'm convinced.
There was a bunch of funny business with that bubble shit.
That's my question to you. Did you feel like that championship was kind of like,
I mean, here's the thing. I hate LeBron. So of course I'm gonna say it's bullshit. If it was my team, I'm not asking for that. If the Trailblazers won, that's a real fucking title. You're goddamn right.
Yeah, the wrong guy to ask. Wrong guy to ask.
You know what? If there's not fans involved,
at least I'm upfront with my biases.
No fans. They basically won a pickup tournament, like White Man Can't Jump. They won that. No fans, no hostile environment. I still watched. Don't get me wrong, but
so did I. There was nothing else to watch.
No, I was all over that bubble.
Remember
that period without sports?
It's terrible.
Yeah, the bubble was everything, bro. I was freaking out.
The craziest thing is I had so much more time to watch sports and didn't have any sports to watch. It was like somebody was playing a freaking joke on me.
Yeah,
that's for sure. That's a good point. I Nick, you don't make good points, but that's a good point.
I remember watching.
Joke on me.
I told a funny joke during the pandemic, but I don't know if it's suitable on ladies' night over here.
It's probably not. Let's just forget it.
It was a WNBA joke. Nonetheless. Remember when the Jordan documentary came out?
Yep.
Like during the pandemic when no sports were going on?
Yep.
I was obsessed. I remember someone sent me, I think it was Thierry, sent me marble racing. Where
I know what you're talking about.
like 10 marbles would be going down this little track.
Yeah.
And you would have to see which color marble would win. And it was like the most excited I was for like weeks because that was like a form of sports. It was terrible.
I remember when the NFL draft happened, that was like the greatest thing in the world for me. I was like something. Like something.
Let's get to this. Let's get to this. Izzy got a question. Houston Astros stolen championship or Spygate, the beginning of the Patriots dynasty after the Tuck rule. What is more effed up?
I gotta be honest, I actually have no problem with any of that stuff.
Oh my God, bro. What the fuck is the matter with you? Are you fucking twisted? Cheating is cool. You're good with cheating? I'm good with that.
I don't think that's necessarily cheating.
Do you even know about the Astros championship?
Yeah.
I mean, does he have any clue, Tony? Does he have any clue?
Hold on. Time out. The same dude that says Barry Bonds shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
What the fuck?
This same dude cheating.
Refresh my memory.
I don't have to refresh your memory, motherfucker. You have Google. Check it out.
Okay, but the Astros were stealing signs, correct?
Yes.
I have no problem with that.
Cheating. So you don't mind cheating?
He's a clown. I can't.
There is a level to cheating that I accept that I
Oh, fuck you. There's a fucking level of no, Tony, don't let him finish that.
I refer to that cheating as excessive trying.
So Jose Altuve, second baseman for the Houston Astros, he's allowed to know what pitch is coming to him, but Barry Bonds isn't allowed to give himself a shot in the ass.
How did Altuve find that?
Because he was tipped off.
From who?
They were banging on
The
garbage
dugout.
cans and they were doing fucked up shit.
How'd the dugout figure it out?
Do you know anything about that? Do you know anything about the investigation and how they were caught cheating?
I will say it's fucked up if this is the scenario.
I won't let you say anything. You don't get to have an opinion if you don't know about how they were caught cheating. You honestly don't deserve an opinion.
Somebody was in the outfield zooming in on signs.
It was like a hired person zooming in on sign.
Let him tell you.
A camera.
Okay. If that's the case, then I
it's okay. Woo!
So Spygate, where they're watching film of other teams' practices and getting their plays that they're going to run in the Super Bowl. You don't think that's cheating?
That's fucked up.
Then everything Izzy just said, you think's fucked up, but you found it in yourself.
Yeah.
Keep
going, Tony. No. Let him go. Let him go, Nick. Let him go.
I was concentrating more about the Houston Astros one because I thought the Astros just like
that's what we're talking about
in the dugout.
Fucking
figured out.
Jesus
if I'm
Christ,
a second baseman, I'm constantly gonna be looking at your signs.
Do me a favor.
If you're the second
baseman, take one of those little lights that you bought, put it in a pillowcase, and hit yourself with it.
If you're the second baseman, why would you care what the sign is? Because that's your own team. That's your own team, you idiot.
You said Jose Altuve was second baseman. That's why I was
Jose Altuve batting.
Yeah.
Should not.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Nick, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Did you not know about the cheating scandal?
If the dugout figures it out, the dugout's entitled to figure it out. They're supposed to be trying to figure out what your signs are. They're not just going to go, okay, do a sign.
And they won the championship that year over the Dodgers.
If they're expert sign stealers, that's a skill.
They got caught.
Are you cool with it?
It's not good. You're not an expert. You suck.
You said you were cool with it. Then you're like, no, that's fucked up. I'm not cool with that. Now you're cool with it again?
I got to have a drink. Dude, you are fucking. You know what's fucked up? Put him in the fucking penalty box. I got to pour a drink. He doesn't deserve this.
If they use outside interference and paid somebody specific.
That's it. Dude, I honestly, honest to God, I don't know how Nick doesn't know about the fucking the cheating scandal during the Astros championship. I don't get it, dude.
I don't get how he's just like.
I don't understand.
I don't get how he's like. I'm cool with it.
He's cool with it. He did. He will oppose.
Wait, they did that? Wait, I'm not.
Oh, you know what? That's okay. Fuck it. I'm good with that. Oh, they did that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Izzy, to answer your question, honestly, I think that the Houston Astros stolen championships more fucked up. I think it's the Astros more than anything.
I do too, because even if you watch someone's practice, you don't know exactly how the game's going to play out, what plays they're going to call, all that bullshit. Now, when you know what pitch is coming, do you know how much of an advantage that is?
That's fucking
baseball?
strategic. Yes, that's insane.
And I remember Clayton Kershaw, like when this story first broke, Clayton Kershaw was like, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I'm so fucking good at what I do. Those assholes, I knew that they had my signs. They knew it.
Yeah, but like I said, if it's an outside agency that's doing it, or if it's an outside person that's doing it, it's not part of the team, that's cheating. If the team is figuring it out, that's just being good at what you do.
How would you figure it out, Nick? How would you just be batting and know what pitch is coming?
Maybe one of the coaches tells you. Maybe one of the coaches gives you a sign.
Coach from where? Coach, the second base coach? There's no such thing.
First base coach.
First base coach is going to see the signs of a professional catcher that covers his signs.
You know what, Nick?
They don't cover their signs.
It's okay.
Yes, they do.
You didn't know about it. You
No,
didn't
you
even
don't.
know they cheated.
You go like this.
Oh, boy.
Fastball. Dark.
John went dark.
The Nationals catcher Kurt Suzuki, said he believed the Astros were cheating. In the World Series, he said, "Oh yeah, there's no question. We could hear it from their dugout." Like, it's to the point where like
Lamar's right.
In 2017, the ball club was heavily criticized for sign calling, where members of their ball club would look at the signs that the catcher from the opposing team was giving to their
Nick,
pitcher.
when you got on the chair, I saw your ball club. Lamar Edwards, don't know who you are, but welcome to the show.
Don't
You're
know,
exactly
Lamar.
right. If you pick up on patterns, that's not considered cheating. If the 49ers run the same play for 5 plays in a row, that's not cheating if you load one side of the line. That's called catching on to someone's pattern. Thank you, Lamar. Now, if you're using technology in order to steal signs, that is considered cheating.
Yeah, but
yes, sir. Lamar, thanks for coming and thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate it.
Where's Lamar from? I want to know more about Lamar.
I have not seen Lamar, man. Lamar, I don't think that you've joined us before, and if you have, I apologize. That's pretty great, though, Lamar. I appreciate your take, man, because that settles it right then and there, my friend.
Lamar,
So-
what teams do you like, Lamar? Go ahead, Nick.
So it says here, they used an illegal video camera system to make them privy to signs the catcher was. So yeah, if they use that, that to me is messed up because you're nothing natural about that. Okay, that's messed up. But if you're just somehow catching the signs, and your dugout has a system of interpreting the signs and then getting them back to the hitter within a short amount of time, and they know what pitch is coming, I have no problem with that whatsoever.
There you go, Lamar. Blue Jays, he's Canadian, Tony, first timer. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
International.
Yes. We got international. Worldwide. Locker Room Rant. Worldwide, bitches.
Lamar, excuse us. This is a celebration, man. We don't realize that we make it across the pond, my man. I appreciate it.
Technically, not across the pond. You can walk over the border.
Yeah. John, what pond? What?
The Great Lakes. Depends on what part of Canada.
You don't have to go over the Great Lakes to get to Canada. The
Hey, it
Canadian
depends.
US border is the
You got to
longest
go
border.
around the Great Lakes. You got to go
John,
around the Great Lakes.
Not if you're in New
Just-
York.
John, just out of curiosity, have you ever?
Well, let's find out where he's at in Canada.
Where are
John,
you at?
just-
Where are you from?
just-
What
Just
part
out of
Canada?
curiosity, John, just out of curiosity, do you know where Canada is?
Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, we have the Great Lakes in common, brother.
Across the pond.
He's in Toronto, bro. That could be like 7 hours away, and you have to go around the Great Lakes to get here.
Okay.
To get here, yes.
Okay.
All right. So chill
Across-
out.
I just
Nick.
never heard of it across the pond.
Typically, you refer to across the pond when you have to cover, when you have to clear a large body of water. But in this case, Lamar's in Toronto. So you know what? You got to go around the Great Lakes. So either way, it's all good, Lamar. Thanks for stopping
Lamar.
by, man.
They have a
Welcome,
bridge over the bridge.
welcome, Lamar. Welcome.
Yes.
Can I-
Yes, Symmetry is certainly a 49ers fan. Sim and I have spent a great deal of time talking together. Listen, there are a lot of guys that deserve a shot on this show because they are knowledgeable in not only the Niners, but all over football. Symmetry is a collegiate coach, a wide receivers coach. He brings a ton of knowledge to the table. We should definitely bring Sim on the show.
You want to know what gate was really shitty? That I don't think the Deflategate. Deflategate was a non-story.
That's what she just asked you. What was more fucked up? Do you read the comments? Do you understand the shit that is happening?
Did she mention Deflategate?
Well, let me take you back to the comment.
I thought she just said Spygate or
There it is.
Astros.
She means all of it, bro. She just wants to know what's more fucked up.
She just said the Houston Astros and Spygate. Nothing about.
Do you really consider Deflategate? Is that really did that really ruffle your fucking feathers?
People got suspended over that.
Did they really? Because the advantage was on both sides.
Yeah, Tom Brady got suspended over that.
That was bullshit. That was just for the sake of fucking media and television, bro. That's a bunch of nonsense. Don't be fooled by that shit, Nick.
Fooled by it.
All right, Izzy corrected me. I was wrong. I mean, dude, she has no shame, bro. John, you're fucking wrong. Period. Fuck it.
Wait, I asked about Spygate, the 2001 Super Bowl win. No, the Spygate was like the Giants and shit, right? Is that what we just talked about?
No, Spygate was
2008. Spygate was.
Lamar,
she asked about
Lamar's...
Spygate and the 2001 Super Bowl win.
What was wrong with the 2001 Super Bowl win?
I don't know.
It was amazing. That's what was wrong with it.
It was pretty amazing.
They beat the greatest show on turf.
2001 versus the Rams.
I love the greatest show on turf.
Man, that team was sick. That team was sick.
That team was a good team to watch.
Lamar, who's your football team? You got a football team? I'm guessing your Blue Jays and Raptors. Did you guys see the Raptors last night?
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. I can't speak for Lamar real quick. But from what I understand from Canadians that live in Toronto, they're not all fans of the Toronto Raptors, believe it or not. Believe that.
I mean,
they actually, from the Canadians that I have spoke with, they actually like the Houston Rockets, believe it or not.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I'm sure some of them do.
Lamar says all teams.
I'm sure the Houston Rockets.
All of your friends, John, all of your friends from Canada like the Houston Rockets? You got one?
I can only speak for a couple.
I got one friend from Canada. It's Lamar. Okay. So whoever
Look at Lamar's teams. NBA the Raptors, MLB the Blue Jays, NHL the Bruins, and the football he likes the Bengals.
Bengals is weird. I gotta be honest.
He even likes an MLS soccer team. Bro, he likes Toronto. Lamar, this is good to have you, brother. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming to the show, brother. I'm glad to have you here, man. Bring some fun.
Here's the thing, John. I mean, if I was to guess, there's probably a lot of Bulls fans in Toronto.
Nick, I can only speak for a few people that I know. I'm sorry that it shocks you.
There's probably a lot of Lakers
I can only speak
fans
for a
in
few.
Toronto. There's probably a lot of Boston fans in Toronto because those were the teams initially that had the
Buffalo.
most success before the Toronto Raptors became an organization.
Lamar, you are the true definition of a Locker Room Rant fan. You came into this channel unknowingly.
Stumbled upon us.
Multiple teams, brother. We are so glad to have you, dude. You know, you are welcome to join, man. I am so happy to see you here, Lamar. Thanks for following us, man.
Lamar, not only that, beware because the Locker Room Rant actually does giveaways, free jersey giveaways at some points throughout the show.
How'd you find out about us, Lamar?
I love hearing that. I
love hearing that.
Remember, we asked Havoc, who we haven't seen in a very long time.
We suck at promoting this thing, so I'm always interested to see who.
Can we get a wellness? Can we do a wellness check on Havoc? I haven't talked to him in a while. Izzy, reach out to Havoc. Izzy, reach out to Havoc.
Actually reached out to me. She asked me if I'd heard from Havoc, and I told her I had not. And I don't know what happened from there. She may have checked in on him. I don't know. But I have not heard from Havoc.
Yeah, we need to check up on him.
But it is interesting to find out where Lamar found us. Could have been the old algorithm.
They shut our asses down.
Here we go. Somebody wrote a comment in a room that I commonly go to on Green Room to check out the Locker Room Rant on YouTube. See, guys? God damn it.
Let's go.
Definitely.
There we go, bro.
We got to figure out what Green Room is.
That was me. John told me about Green Room. I went in there tonight before the show, shouted us out, and we got our boy Lamar.
All right.
See?
All right.
This is working. It is working, Tony. You keep doing that. Lamar, thanks for joining, brother. Please like and subscribe, man. And join us on Tuesday nights where you can get your daily dose of comedy, bro.
Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. sharp. Your boys.
All right. We're gonna talk about the basically March Madness right now.
Ooh. Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
All right. So we got Krzyzewski's last run. He's still in it. And we also have a Final Four matchup of Duke, North Carolina. I feel like that's pretty substantial. I would like to have like a discussion about this. I wasn't just gonna say like, you want me to go on myself?
Oh no! I want to show off those new lights in the background, bro. I want you to have the floor, brother.
Hey, buddy, show Lamar what you're all about, buddy.
All right,
Lamar's new to the channel. Show him what you got.
So it's the older I get, the more exceedingly rare it becomes that something has been with me for a long period of time. And I'm not a Duke fan. I'm a Syracuse fan. But Mike Krzyzewski has been at the forefront of college basketball pretty much since I remember even watching college basketball. This being his last year is one of those things that makes me feel really old because like this is like every time something ends like this, like a little bit of my childhood ripping away from me. I always would cheer against Duke and he would always win. And this is kind of one of those things that's almost bittersweet seeing Coach Krzyzewski go out. But I'm actually kind of rooting for him to go out on top. You guys wanted this.
I didn't want this.
My screen and minimize your screen and expect me to carry this thing. So this is what happens.
Look what you did. Lamar's ready for bed already, bro.
You put Lamar to sleep. You put Lamar to sleep. That's what happens. That's what happens, Nick. We bring him in and you just fucking knock him out, buddy.
Oh shit, dude, you suck so bad.
Have a good night, Lamar. We'll see you next week
All right, Lamar,
on
take it
Tuesday.
easy. Get some rest.
Yeah, you know what? I
shit.
love Duke, North Carolina in the Final Four. I don't think it's ever happened. I don't know. I'm not a historian of college basketball that much.
That's definitely happened.
They've met in the Final Four?
I mean, didn't they meet in the championship?
Google. I'll wait.
Yeah, I think wasn't that when I can't. No, I might be
Christian-
confusing them with Michigan.
You thinking
now.
of Christian Leitner?
Yeah, I was thinking that those days.
It could have been. Fact checker. Where's our fact checker? Dead air. This should really.
Duke,
This
North
should-
Carolina.
This should help the likes.
All right. So, I mean, do you guys have any favorites in the draft outside of March Madness Final Four? Do you have any favorites? Do you guys have any draft crushes that you want your team to go after?
I'll tell you what, I haven't been really too involved in the draft this year so far. I haven't really done my due diligence. I haven't really checked on I know my boy that I've been in love with from Georgia. The hell's his name, Nick? Jordan? Or
Jordan Davis.
oh my God.
I love him. He's my favorite player in the draft.
Whoever gets him, immediate upgrade at whatever. I'll tell you what, man. You know who's sitting pretty this year? People are sleeping on. I feel like is the Philadelphia Eagles. They got 3 first-round picks this year, and they got a really solid defense coming back.
I don't think you're going anywhere with that quarterback.
He can move the ball. He can move the ball down the field.
Not against good defenses.
We'll see, man. Get him some more weapons. They got Devontae Smith.
I don't think he's a guy that like he's.
You know what? Then fuck it. Fuck me. What'd you find out about Duke, North Carolina?
It says they never met with the title on the line. I didn't look too much more into it than that. So,
but you like if we rewound the video, if we rewound this video, and I said, I think it's the first time they're meeting in the Final Four. You said, no, they met before. What are you, stupid? Brody, what are you, stupid?
Then when I thought about it, I was like, maybe I'm confusing that with Duke, Michigan.
But it's not Duke, Michigan. It's Duke, North Carolina. How are you confusing that?
Yeah.
I think you owe me an apology.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Nick.
That was pretty easy.
That was really easy.
I'm a respectable man. I can admit when I'm wrong.
I thought you were going to put up more of a fight.
No. When I'm wrong, I admit it.
Yeah.
Well, it's all about is discussions. If you can prove me wrong in a discussion, I'll admit defeat.
Hey, apology accepted.
I think Willis goes to Detroit. I think that they draft him. I think they draft him because I don't think they're sold on what's his face. Say his name, Nick.
Daniel Jones?
Jared Goff. I don't think they're sold. I think Detroit drafts Willis. I do believe that.
I don't think Detroit drafts Willis. I think Detroit's going to either stick with – I don't think Detroit's going to go quarterback in the draft. If they do anything with quarterback, they're going to trade for one. I think the Giants may, but I think they'd be stupid to do that. The one team that
Daniel Jones is a clown, bro. Daniel Jones is not it for New York.
It depends who you ask. And like
you know who Daniel Jones reminds me of? He reminds me of Rosen. I believe both quarterbacks have gotten like Daniel Jones, if the Giants go Willis, I believe that Daniel Jones and Rosen will have both gotten such a raw fucking deal because they ended up with such shit show quarterback coaches, if that makes any sense. Because if you think about it, Rosen was a top pick.
Yeah.
You know, it's a first rounder.
There's also a question whether or not he loved football or not.
Okay, fuck that, dude. It takes a good team. It takes a good team to develop you. Period. Right? I just think that it's like I think it says like Jared Goff was always just a bridge to whatever.
No,
if Detroit feels like Willis.
Jared Goff was the number one pick. He wasn't always a bridge to whatever. He's number one pick.
He hasn't. I mean, you know what? I can listen. There's a lot of people that will say a lot of bad things about Jared Goff, but I think Jared Goff is a pretty. He plays through some significant fucking injuries, right? He's a tough kid. Jared Goff's a tough kid.
Doesn't mean you're good.
Well, look at Stafford. Stafford was in Detroit for how long? He played with every fucking injury there was, right? Elbow injuries, wrist injuries, finger injuries, hand injuries, shoulder injuries. And then he goes to Los Angeles and he wins one, right?
I mean,
Jared Goff.
Much better team.
All right. Fair enough.
Izzy's asking about the Bills defense.
I think it's awesome. I think the Bills defense is awesome.
We need a DB. We need
No. Let me tell you something, Tony.
We lost Levi
The addition
Wallace.
of Von Miller. That's okay. It's okay. That's fine. I'm not even worried about that. The addition of Von Miller is going to make an average secondary.
Who's the really good guy you guys have? White.
Tre'Davious. He's
Tre'Davious
coming,
White.
He's coming.
He was
back
injured
off
last
of it.
season.
He's coming.
That's
back
why they're
off
not worried
injury.
about Wallace. That's why they're not worried about Wallace.
I mean, he's a shutdown corner.
Shut down. But they need someone on the other side. They don't even throw. They barely throw towards. He's not. Don't get me wrong. He's not Revis Island. No.
Very few players are Revis Island.
Who's on the other side? Poyer, no?
I don't think there is anyone now.
Poyer's
Poyer's a safety.
That's right.
I don't think we have anyone right now. We might have to address that in the draft, actually.
There's actually some good ones.
Where do the Bills have picks what?
30?
The first pick.
I don't know. 28?
The Bills are going to be like in the late 20s. 29, 28, 27, maybe 30th.
The Bills' first pick is 25.
Okay.
Their second pick is 57. The third pick is 89. And it's at their third pick at 89 that they're targeting cornerback Mario Goodrich from Clemson. But outside of that, like Tony, I really think that the addition of Von Miller is going to make whoever's in your secondary, like a good pass rush makes a secondary not so, TL will tell you, having a good pass rush makes an adequate secondary enough. Von Miller's going to make a difference on that line, dude. You're going to see this. It's going to matter. Von Miller's going to change that defensive line for sure.
I mean, I think it'll make a difference, but what kind of a difference does he make? To what extent? Like, he's getting up there. He's been around for a while.
Did you see him play did you see him on the line of the Rams?
Yeah.
Did you see him?
Yeah, he wasn't like incredibly dominant, and I also saw him for the Broncos, and he wasn't dominant there. He was less dominant.
Did you guys see Trayvon Diggs from the Cowboys? What he tweeted yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Either yesterday or the day before. He said, "I always wanted to play on the same team as my brother." Now I don't know how people took that. If he would like to go play in Buffalo, or would want Stephon to come to Dallas, but I think a lot of people took it as Stephon leaving to go to Dallas, but I think they quickly shut down those rumors. Thank God. Stephon did not impress me last year, though. Thank God they had the other weapons around him.
You fucking did this to me, you motherfucker. Tony.
Yeah.
TL says Don't the Bills have Taron Johnson? I'm not familiar with Taron Johnson, but he does bring a great point.
Yeah.
Secondary is only as good as your pass rush.
Well, you still need some capable guys out there. Like Izzy said earlier, you're in the same division of Kyrie Hill now, Jalen Waddle on the same team. Say Tre'Davious. I mean, my husband works with Stephon Diggs' mom. Cinnamon
That's
Kiss.
awesome,
Can we get
Sim?
Can we get some signed merch?
Can we get Stephon Diggs' mom on the show? Let's get her on the show. I'd love to have her on the show. Sin, see if you can work that out. That'd be fantastic. We'd love to talk to Stephon Diggs' mom.
Taryn, that I actually
we will be gentlemen. We'll be gentlemen. I can't speak for Nick. We could always just boot his ass and just Tony and I can chop it up with Stephon's mom. But that'd be great.
Taryn, I actually agree with you, but the fact of the matter is a lot of teams don't. When you say that your secondary is only good as your pass rush, like the Browns drive me crazy because they don't believe that. They choose to just not pass rush at all and say, Miles, go do what you do, and the rest of it, and they'll load up on secondary.
The Browns are terrible.
Do you ever think that a lot of that has to do with your defensive line coach? Do you ever think that maybe they're not getting production out of their defensive line coach?
No, because you have to blitz. You have to blitz.
We don't blitz, and we still get it. We still get pressure. I mean, we blitz, but we don't blitz all the time. You want to blitz. You want to blitz like Pittsburgh. You want to blitz like every other down.
Yes.
Nick, tell us exactly how you would coach the Cleveland Browns defense.
I would blitz every down except for third downs and sometimes on third downs. I would take the pressure off Garrett so Garrett can actually maybe get in some positions that are favorable for him instead of having to fight for everything. I said once, and I'll say it again, that if Myles Garrett was on the Pittsburgh Steelers, he would have 30 sacks. And if T.J. Watt was on the Cleveland Browns, he would have 8. And that's not a bad season. That's a good season. Okay? But T.J. Watt is not nearly the player Myles Garrett is, and there's no reason for him to have similar, if not better, stats than Myles Garrett, because Myles Garrett is a by far better player. I'm done.
I'm done. No, you're done with me.
I love giving you the floor, Nick.
Keep
I love
talking,
giving
you
you
son
the
of a
floor.
bitch.
I'm done.
Hey, you're just giving me the credit you deserve.
Can we do a final thought?
All right.
Yeah, do it. What do you want to do? Final thoughts.
I got one. Should I go?
You know what? It doesn't surprise me that you do. You haven't shut the fuck up this entire episode. So go on.
So last show, Izzy brought up the point of comparing OJ to Deshaun Watson. I should have did this when I first got it, but I was kind of caught off guard. But here is the difference. Here's the major difference. OJ went through a court trial. He went through a grand jury. Now, I'm not sure if you know what a grand jury actually is. A grand jury is not to presume innocence or guilt. A grand jury is to presume whether there's enough evidence to move to a trial. OJ, they said there was enough evidence. There was a bevy of evidence to move to a trial. Now, once you move to a trial, you have to have 12 jurors to convict somebody. Deshaun Watson's case didn't even move to a trial. The grand jury chose that there was not enough evidence to move to a trial. And there, in turn, is the difference, and that is my final thought.
My final thoughts are that your final thoughts sucked. And I think that you are trying to, Cleveland fans are torn. They're very torn. You know that? Cleveland fans are having a hard time with this. They feel like they're having a hard time. There are fans that are having a hard time. You're not having a hard time, but that doesn't mean that you don't speak for everyone.
I don't speak for
everyone.
I don't speak for everyone, but I have the opinion of the majority, which is all that matters.
No, you don't. You don't
Yes,
have
I
the
do.
opinion of the majority.
The Cleveland
To have the
Browns-
opinion of the majority, you would have to be the leader of a group. You're not a leader of a group.
I am
You're not the leader
of
of. You're not. You're
I'm the voice
you're
of my
absolute
generation,
that
John.
shit fucking crazy.
I am the voice of my generation.
You are the voice of your. You are crazy, dude. This guy is nuts. Hey, it was good seeing you, Nick. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on.
He's not even the voice at his own dinner table.
I know, dude. He you know what? That's easy to be when you live alone. That's you are the voice. You are the only voice.
He is too much, that kid. What was your final thought, buddy?
Hey, I'm in agreement with Denise and Izzy. I think that Trey Area is the future of my team, and I think we're ready to see Trey out there, leading the 49ers. And I'm ready. I'm ready to see Trey Lance, and I think that he is going to earn it every week. He's out there busting his ass right now as we speak. He's playing. He's working his ass off, and that's all that matters right now to me. I'm excited. It's Trey time.
There's been a lot of rule breaking this episode.
Really? Because you could have been thrown into the. We actually took it easy on you tonight, bro. We had many chances to throw you in the penalty box.
There is a process for putting me in.
Oh fuck! Hey, I didn't even do that, Nick. That wasn't even me, bro. That's the universe. The universe is doing that.
My final thought is. Don't know if you guys seen this or not, but Christian Eriksen came back.
I saw that. Scored a goal.
Scored a goal?
That's a one-time.
What? Christian Eriksen. I think it was for his national team, right? Was it for the national team? Denmark?
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, Christian Eriksen's the guy that went through cardiac arrest last year in the Euro Cup, right?
Literally died in the Euro Cup.
Yes.
Literally died.
He was revived on the field.
So the
crazy.
fact, I feel like that was only like
crazy.
6 months ago.
It was not long ago at all. No, that was
It was
recent.
9 months ago.
Yo,
Why the fuck do you got to do that to me?
I'm trying to be slightly accurate. 6 months ago would be like in
shut
October.
Why the fuck you got to do that to me? Could you imagine if our whole show was me correcting you on your mistakes? That would be the whole fucking show.
I've apologized.
You know what?
So I don't know if any of our fans care about the U.S. men's national soccer team, but we are on our way to a World Cup. We are actually the only way that we could be eliminated from the World Cup qualification is if Costa Rica scores like 10 goals. That's the only way. So it's fair to say that the U.S. men's national team should and could make the World Cup next year. And that for me is fucking huge because I love soccer. I love it. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the World Cup, guys. You're going to hear me going on and on about the World Cup next year on this channel. And for those of you that are soccer fans, this is the place to be for the World Cup because I am going to bring all of it.
You know what like boggles my mind about soccer? I have no clue. I can figure out a lot of things. I have no clue how teams qualify for the World Cup. Like
it's very simple. And you play. We talked about this the other night. We literally spoke about this. Teams play friendly matches, right?
I get that. Yeah, it doesn't mean nothing.
And then you have your world qualifier matches, right? So you play teams in your group, right?
Okay.
In this case, we are ranked amongst Canada, the US, Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama, El Salvador, Jamaica, and Honduras. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We play those teams throughout the season to qualify for the cup.
Yeah, but like I feel
I don't
like
know what else you want.
I feel like it's more complicated than that. Like I feel like
Okay,
the
I
United
mean,
States wins
we could get into that. We could save that. That's an episode that you and I could host that on another time. But right now, Denise brings up a great point. She says, "Hey, I'm not sure if you guys heard, but Taylor Hawkins of the Foo Fighters died on the 25th. Rest in peace, Taylor Lamb. Huge fan, and I cried for TJ last 2 days."
I am actually a giant Foo Fighters fan, and that did kind of disturb me a little bit.
Yeah,
Foo Fighters been
I too.
Foo Fighters have been my favorite.
I too,
band for about
Denise.
20 years.
Denise, I felt terrible. He has a family, you know, and he was taking photos. He was taking photos with fans. He was taking photos with fans just the night before.
That was Foo Fighters, right?
Yeah.
That was Foo Fighters.
For those
Doesn't that song take you back to high school watching Varsity
absolutely
Blues?
does.
Oh, yeah.
I was just going to tell
Varsity Blues.
For those of you who don't
Just
know,
gonna
Dave Grohl was actually born in the town that we were born in, Warren, Ohio. Just for shit.
Great. Greatness breeds greatness. I don't know what else to say. We're known for
crazy though.
We're known for David Grohl and the boys from the Locker Room Rant.
And how did we choose to honor Dave Grohl? We gave him the shittiest parkour in Ohio. An alley behind like a bunch of crap that was like kind of like it's like a parking lot that nobody uses.
You know what we should do? We should take a football out there, and for the Locker Room Rant, reenact like the final few seconds of Varsity Blues.
The oopty.
I just want to hit. I want to hit Nick with everything I got. I just want to hit him. I just want to charge him.
I want to Will Smith his ass so bad.
Ooped you. What the hell is that, Moxon?
Oh boy.
Denise, I'm assuming that you're a huge Foo Fighters fan.
Say to the face. What? Slap.
Okay.
You know what? You know what's crazy, Denise, is that we lost a legend. We lost him to drugs. Ultimately, we lost him to a number of substances in his toxicology report, and that's what really hurts. You know,
Denise, real quick, what's your favorite Foo Fighters song?
Nick will sing it.
I will say my favorite Foo Fighters song is "All My Life." I get crazy when I turn that song up in the car.
You hear Uncle Nick on there?
Nick, sing it for us.
All my life I've been searching for something never comes, never leads to nothing satisfied when I'm getting closer to the end of the road. All night long I dream of the day.
I ain't never heard a Foo Fighters song like that. That sounded like old people fucking.
There you go. Denise says that, yes, my family met them. Dave Grohl sang to her daughter.
He's a good dude. I hear all good things about that guy.
Yeah, he seems like a great guy.
Everyone in the band, really.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why I'm so sad that Hawkins passed away to substance abuse. That pisses me off. It just drives me nuts. But I mean, listen, those guys rocked on for many, many years. They're touring.
They rocked out.
Probably not now, but
no. Now, I mean, now they're gonna take a leave of absence. It's a shame. Cheers.
All right. And we're done now.
All right.
Hey Izzy, I'll take a drink to that. Chester Bennington, I love that band. Nick knows it. I jammed out to Linkin Park on a constant. That one took me by surprise. That one hurt. That hurt. That one hurt.
John, sing your favorite Linkin Park song.
I'm not singing. No one wants to hear me sing. Look, right here. You see this?
It comes.
Is he? That's to Nick from
One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
What the fuck was that, Nick? Jesus Christ, that was terrible. Please don't ever do that again. My God.
It starts with one.
Oh, Nick, you're awful.
We should have John.
I really.
Maybe we can find those old rap songs John wrote.
I listen, I wrote them. I never performed any of them. I wrote good stuff.
John, I'll pay you if you find those.
I can't, Tony. They're gone, bro. They were written on a notepad.
That notepad's somewhere. You don't just lose.
I can't find it.
You don't just lose your rhymes.
I actually looked for it. I actually looked for it just for Nick, and
That's
I can't
somewhere
find
at
it.
Hunter's Trail, and it's pure gold.
It's on Hunter's
I tried.
Trail for sure.
I tried. I looked everywhere.
Solid gold.
Solid gold. Good stuff. All right, guys. Izzy, tell us your favorite Linkin Park song before we go.
It starts with one.
One thing you don't know what.
I like Fort Minor.
Oh,
I have listened to Fort Minor. I like Fort Minor. I have.
All I know. What the hell's Fort Minor?
Fort Minor was an album.
That's a band, isn't it?
No.
Might be. There might be a band called Fort Minor.
I think,
no, it is a band. It is a band.
I heard one of their songs like in the last few years. The hell do they sing? They had a popular one out there. Nick, shut up.
You know, Nick, we listen to your nonsense.
Remember My Name. That's the one.
There you go.
Never heard of it.
You heard it.
Sure, it's good.
You heard it.
Leave Out All the Rest by Linkin Park. Excellent choice, Izzy.
Sing it, John.
No.
Is there any chance? Why don't you loosen up a little bit? You drank a whole bottle of Angel's Envy. You're not loose enough to sing a song.
No. Even after a bottle.
Still cool.
I know.
I bet you Allison's completely sober and she'd come down and sing a song right now.
Oh fuck yeah.
She would.
Her and Callie would do like a dance number.
Absolutely.
Oh,
she definitely
shit.
would.
Damn, at the last second, Kirk hops in.
Kirk's here? Kirk is here.
Kirk, you remember that number one hit we had called Bali?
Kirk is here.
I still think that actually could have done something.
Kirk Bali was number 2 on the iTunes downloaded list last week. Can we actually find? I wonder if we could actually find Bali and play it on the show.
It's got to be somewhere down there.
Guys, can you believe we had a random Canadian guest? A random Canadian?
All because you went into green room and made a post.
Yeah.
Just think if you did that every single day leading up to Tuesday.
If I did that 3 million times, we might get monetized by the year of 2060.
And then we get demonetized for our illegal use of music.
Oh, there's no doubt. Listen, if ever this channel was ever to get monetized, we would have no content after monetization because everything we've done has broke every rule. You cannot be monetized. By
Starts
everything you've
with
done.
one.
All right, please. Tony, oh, what the fuck, dude, Tony, get him out of here, bro. Get Nick out of here, bro.
Listen, I'm catching my second win now. I wanted to end the show. 40 minutes ago. You guys want to keep going? I'm in for the long haul
shit.
now.
Oh God, dude,
We're trying to
we're
hold my
done.
squirt can. It's assigned to
Oh shit.
get out of here.
Izzy, how do you feel about seeing Nick hit these high notes? Aren't they embarrassing? Oh, we're done.
That was dogs barking.
This channel is going to be suspended. We're done.
I become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware.
Does that ruin copyright? Does that
Yes.
not ruin copyrights?
Yes.
Or does that ruin
You cannot
copyright?
use any. You can't use any music on. You cannot.
It was
use
dogs
any-
barking, John.
Oh my God! Izzy surprised me with this one.
Then the second one was the Venga Boys in Linkin Park mashed together.
I mean, dude, listen. I mean, you're not allowed to use any music on YouTube. If you use music, it's not. You can only use music.
I say we go out on dueling banjos.
Wait, Kirk still has.
I don't want you to do a banjo unless you're sitting on your ass.
Doesn't happen.
You don't get to get up.
It's not the way.
Nobody wants to see you get up.
That's not the way.
Nobody.
You do banjos.
Nick.
Don't get up.
Buddy. I feel like you really stressed the balls.
What the fuck are we doing on YouTube, bro? We don't
really
belong here, bro.
You really
we
stressed
are
your balls on that
so
one.
bad at this, bro.
Like you really. I feel like you really stressed your package on that one. Kirk said he missed our thoughts on the Will Smith slap. It wasn't too eventful, Kirk.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was
man.
actually it was actually not too eventful.
It really wasn't, dude. We basically just regurgitated everything that social media has in the last 24 hours.
Nick said something along the lines of, "Who gives a shit?" Chris Rock is a comedian. He should be able to say whatever he wants.
We're not
John.
sure.
John
Denise, we're
said
not
something.
sure.
John said something like,
It was bullshit. It was totally staged for the Oscars.
"It was staged. They do this shit all the time across the pond."
No, they don't do this across the pond.
Literally across the pond. Like a pond. Any pond you can find, they do it across there.
You know, Nick, some people in the chat are questioning if that's really just squirt in the can.
There's only one way to find out.
No, don't do this. Don't do this. Oh shit, dude. Oh, it fucking hurts. You suck so bad at this, bro. Oh shit. Oh, dude. We don't belong on YouTube, bro. You know what? Honestly, if they kick us off, I don't blame them. At this point, I really don't blame them.
Oh man, I just don't understand why you do it like that.
I don't either, bro. Why do you get out of your chair?
That's not a
What the fuck is the
banjo.
matter with
That's
you?
called playing with your wiener. That's called playing with your wiener.
Oh,
That's
God.
not how you play a pitch.
Oh shit.
That's how you do dueling banjos.
No.
That's how you do it.
Dude, Denise is getting a kick out of it. She's in caps. She laughs. I mean, it's entertaining to at least one person. I guess it's a win.
Oh my god.
Not-
Denise would have it no other way.
I think the dueling banjos is the one audio clip that has not got us flagged, right?
No, it got us flagged at one point, but it hasn't since. It hasn't since, so we broke the code.
Oh, this is definitely it.
All right. I got nothing else, guys. I got nothing else to give.
I have nothing else either.
I got to wind down off this. I'm on such a high right now. I got to wind down, try to go to bed. You guys are just waking up in your lives.
The only thing on the docket is the NFL OTA rule change. And I mean, really, you're the only person that we could really talk to about that because it affected you the most. Just this last.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. You know what? Stop
Are you happy?
If you're on defense,
Do you like it?
If you're on defense, stop them. Fuck it. Now that it's changed, watch it'll go. We'll get the ball first next year, and someone will dick us over. It is what it is. I think it's more fair now. But at the same time, that's the rule. We have to live with it. I'm just now getting over that. But it is what it is. The better team won.
Tony, that was probably one of the best football games of my life. Kansas City, Buffalo Bills. I think that the chat could agree. That was probably one of the best shows on television. The Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. That game was incredible. And it just goes to show you what an elite quarterback does for a football team. That was amazing. I don't give a damn what anybody says. That was probably one of the greatest games of football I've ever seen.
It was amazing.
I'm honest, dude.
But
it was amazing.
All good things must come to an end.
I mean, obviously.
Tell you what.
Thanks for the words of wisdom.
Tell you what. You take Tyreek off that team, and then you add Tre'Davious White and Von Miller on the other side. I'm fine going forward. They got us last year.
That's the thing, Tony. You get Tre'Davious White back this year. You get him back this year. With the addition of Von Miller, it's going to be a fantastic season for Buffalo, bro. I mean, the AFC West is a nightmare. Don't get me wrong. How do you fare against these teams? What team do you feel will give you the hardest? What team will give you the toughest of them all?
Ooh.
Denver?
I'd say
Vegas?
I'd say Tennessee or Indianapolis.
Wow. You really
Tennessee or
believe that they give you
Indianapolis.
That's going to be. Wow.
Do you know what they did to us last year, Indianapolis?
Yeah, but I mean, you also lost to the Jaguars, so I'm not really going to.
Taylor ran for like 300 yards, like 6 touchdowns. It was fucking crazy, and that was in Buffalo. So I think we'll get home field advantage. I think we'll get the number 1 seed. But having the number 1 seed, home field advantage with Mr. Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor coming to town in January in Buffalo with probably 6 inches of snow on the field, ice cold, probably 5 degrees outside, and trying to stop Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor, I think would be. It scares the shit out of me right now because I see that coming. That's going to be what happens. We're going to have to play one of those 2 teams in the playoffs, and I think those teams are scary as hell. Forever Faithful Podcast. What is going on?
Thanks for joining us, fam. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Izzy. Detroit Lions got announced as the Hard Knocks team this year, which I think was pretty cool. Dan Campbell, we get to see him live and in action with his team and find out what makes this guy tick and how he rallies these fucking players around.
Dude, he rallies them, bro. Like they buy into him. Like that dude was able to get them completely, utterly focused from week one till they finish the season. Like whatever they're buying into, I'm impressed. Dan Campbell is killing it in Detroit. That's why I believe that they take Willis. They've got an offensive line. They got a great offensive line. I think Dan Campbell was the best thing to happen to the Lions, hands down, no doubt about it. Would you agree, Nick?
He's good.
He's shutting down.
Yeah, look at him.
This has
He's
been
shutting down.
Fantastic show. This has been a fantastic show.
Listen, we're at 155. You guys did like double this last week. I woke up last week after that show, and I saw 3 hours and 30 minutes, and I'm thinking you could have watched the first 3 fucking Harry Potters in the time that you guys were on that fucking show.
As a childhood hero of mine once said, "Let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say."
Well,
would you be
at 1 minute 35, I know where I need to edit. I need to cut Nick out.
See you later, everybody.
Okay, Nick. Well, speak for yourself. We'll see you. Take care. What was that? 1 minute 55. I at 30 155:35. I need to take that out. I need to cut him out. Dude, he is on. Whatever the fuck he's drinking is not good.
God. Oh my God. All right, we do have to wrap.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get
Denise, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate it. Kirk, that is Nick, and you should not be shocked because he is an asshole.
All right, Tuesdays.
Forever faithful. Thank you for coming in, man.
Tuesdays. Remember, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Your boys will be on every week. We don't know who all will be on. Maybe you'll be on with us. We don't know. But Nick, stop doing that right now. Tuesdays.
God, put your fucking hand, dude. Get Tony. I can't.
We have to. Can we get through this farewell?
I mean, he's a clown. I can't.
Tuesdays, 9:00. Hit subscribe down below. Hit like, dislike. We don't give a shit anymore. We're rebels. And we'll see you next Tuesday, 9:00 on the Locker Room Rant. Peace.